Everyone, welcome to the Lumentek Electrical YouTube channel. My name is Trevor, and I am going to be interviewing the owner and CEO of Lumentek, and his name is Ryan Iliff. He's a master electrician and founder of Lumentek Electrical, a company that has built a reputation for delivering high-quality electrical services with a deep commitment to safety, excellence, and customer satisfaction. Ryan has grown Lumentek Electrical into a trusted name in the industry. Today, he's here to share the story behind Lumentek Electrical and what the future holds for his team and their clients. So the very first question is about founding. Can you share a little bit about the story that's behind Lumentek Electrical's founding and what inspired you to start your own electrical services company?
I started Lumentek because I wanted to start a company that people look forward to going to work at and providing quality service and and good work to people needing electrical services.
Okay, that's awesome. The next question we have here is, what are the core values that guide Lumentek Electrical's approach to customer service and project execution?
I wanted to create a company that people knew they could call and we would take care of them, and they knew they could trust. We didn't want to start something that just to make money or just to say we had a company. I wanted it to be something that we would have people call us again and again for work, and they knew every time they called us they could rely on the service and they knew they were taken care of.
That's great. I think every company needs to have that in mind when they're getting into the service industry, especially. Service is everything, and taking care of the customer is what is going to keep you in business over the long haul, right?
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to your team, how do you ensure that your team of electricians remains knowledgeable and skilled in the latest electrical practices and technologies?
We every job we do, we have a standard way of doing it in the company, so we know exactly how it's going to get done. No matter who comes and does the work, we know it's going to be done the same way, and we get that through lots of training and working together to find the best way of doing a job.
Perfect. Yeah, having a set of standard operating procedures is important in order to make sure that there's some consistency in work, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then what about upgrading and learning new skills? Do you set apart time in order to teach people new things, or how do you?
Whenever there's a need for it, whenever we have any training that comes due to get redone, we schedule it in right away. It's easier to train someone before we need to than after we've needed to train them and there's a mistake that got made, or we're having to reschedule jobs to get training done. So we always try to stay on top of it.
Right. Now, when it comes to your services, what types of services does Lumentek Electrical offer, and how have these evolved over time?
When we first started, we kind of tried to do everything, and now it's mostly we have enough trades we work with, so anything doesn't fall under the electrical umbrella, we refer someone else that we know and trust, that we know can take care of our customers. And anything commercial, residential, industrial, if it's got wires, we handle it.
That's perfect. So anybody can give you a call and you will send out the right technicians in order to take care of it.
Exactly. Yeah. If we can't do it, we'll make sure we find someone that can.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great. Always referring out and have a good list of people that you can count on to refer. Work out is also very important, whether that's in the HVAC trade, plumbing, electrical, the building, framing, drywall, so forth. So it's super important to have that list of trusted contractors that you work with.
Yeah, exactly.
The next thing is about client trust. So how does Lumentek build trust with clients and establish long-lasting relationships in the communities that you serve?
We always find the best way to go about it is treat someone fairly, and they'll keep calling you. It's really not hard. we just treat people fairly. We know what a job should cost and how it should be done, and we make sure it's done that way. The last thing we want is someone coming in after and saying, who did this? This doesn't look right. And we just try to make sure it's done properly and taken care of the first time.
Yeah, doing it right the first time is best for everybody. It doesn't cost you any extra money to go and fix it afterwards.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't mind doing 5 minutes extra work if it makes sure it's done right.
Okay, let's talk about safety. What safety standards and protocols does Lumentek Electrical prioritize to protect clients and your
Well, we obviously, no one wants to get hurt at work, and we all want to work and go home and enjoy life outside of work, so that's always a priority. Biggest thing is communication. Like, there's lots of procedures and everything that, if you look in the OSHA book and the WorkSafe book, there's a ton of rules, but none of it really matters if you don't communicate. So the biggest thing is we always make sure everyone working on a site, whether it's electricians, HVAC, welders, whoever, we're all in constant communication about what's getting shut off, what's getting worked on, and everything like that. But we all have first aid. We actually have a retired ambulance operator as an apprentice right now, so
Great.
That helps.
Hopefully you never have to use them.
Exactly. Yeah. Hopefully it's he's there, but we don't need him. But yeah, every safety standard we make sure we follow. We're always up to date on what's required, what's needed, and just make sure there's nothing that got missed before we start working. Yeah, I find communication is the biggest thing. You can do all the planning in the world, but if someone working on the same site has no idea what you're doing, it doesn't really matter how well you've planned.
Let's get into community impact. So how does Lumentek Electrical give back to the community, and what role does local engagement play in your business philosophy?
We love our community of Blackfalds and Red Deer area, and it's important to us to always support local, whether that's hiring local trades to help us on jobs where it's not just electrical. And yeah, everything we can do, we try to keep in the community and support people around us.
What are some of the biggest challenges facing electrical contractors today, and how is Lumentek Electrical navigating?
The biggest issue we have, we've seen in the electrical trade, is trying to keep up with changes to code, changes to just even what's available for material. There's always something that's not in stock, and we have to constantly change our plan. So it's important to us to, whenever we schedule a job, we have 2 or 3 backup plans if something's not available or the conditions change. We always try to make sure that when we go to a job to do a job, that we're prepared to finish it when we get there. There's nothing more frustrating to a customer to have their electrician make 3 or 4 trips back for little odds and ends that get missed. So we always try our best. Obviously we can't plan for everything, but we make sure that every job that can be completed is completed the first trip.
Nice. Let's talk about innovative solutions. Can you provide us some examples of innovative solutions that Lumentek has implemented for residential or commercial clients?
One thing we really focused on is picking a few things that we get really organized, really prepared for. Like panel upgrades is one thing that we've really focused on, and we've done tons of research on just different companies doing panels, how they do them, how we can do them better, and we feel like we've come up with the best way to do them, where they look great and they're nice and clean and everything's done nice and easy for whoever comes in next, whether it's us or another electrician, to add a circuit, change something. It's all labeled and laid out nicely that makes it easy down the road. And that's something that we've really focused on, getting really efficient at, and doing the best job that we can. We've also done the same for basement developments as well. That's something that, again, it's nice. People want you to come out, do the job, and go. So we found a way to do it quickly while not sacrificing on quality and making sure they get everything they want. And making it efficient and cost effective for the customer at the same time.
Great. Now let's talk about your future. What is your vision for Lumentek Electrical's future, and what goals do you have for the company's growth?
I would love to grow the company. I love having people that's like working here, and I can rely on Lumentek to provide them a career. We'd love to get into more service work in different areas of the trade too. We always like to do new things, and we've got a lot of experience in different areas, so it's kind of cool to use that experience on different projects, whether it's commercial, industrial, or residential, and everything in between. Yeah.
Nice. Well, it sounds like you've got a bright future ahead, and looking forward to doing many more of these videos so that people know more about Lumentek Electrical.
Yeah, thank you.